So, the main advice I'd give to students wanting to get into visual effects is to try not to be too laser focused on one thing. Lots of students, I think, want to go and work in a specific role at an enormous visual effects company on a Marvel film, and that is a good goal, but it's obviously quite hard to achieve. And there are lots of other smaller opportunities which you'll gain a lot from and will give you the opportunity to see what different types of roles there actually are in visual effects, which is very hard to get a gauge for until you're actually working in the industry. And you might find that you like something else better. And I think you'll progress quicker and learn more in a smaller place. So, the visual effects industry is not very diverse. It's pretty much white middle class men, and the population is 51% female, but the visual effects industry is 27% female. In London, it's 55% non-white, and yet the industry is something like 13%. So we don't really represent the audiences that we create content for or the communities that we live within. I actually think it's a really nice industry to be involved in, regardless of whether you're a woman or a man. I think there are lots of nice people doing lots of creative work, but I don't think a lot of people know about the industry or perhaps feel that visual effects is not something that's very creative and that it's more computer science based, whereas it's actually a very creative type of work. I think there is an awareness issue. I don't think many people, and it's not just women, know that visual effects exists as a career, let alone what kind of jobs are available within that realm. So I think that's up to us as an industry to tell people about those opportunities. And then I think when they come into the industry, hopefully women will have the same opportunities available to them as men and will progress through the ranks and all will be well with the world. I think industry weeks is really important because students need to meet people who are actually doing the job that they think they want to do and have the opportunity to see what that's really like and ask questions and potentially broaden their networks of people who are actually doing that job. So I think that's really important. I think it's great that they've had or tried hard to get more females into the agenda, because if you don't see something, it's hard to think you could be it. So I think it's good to make sure that it's represented, because from what I saw in the visual effects students that I spoke to today, apparently there's one on 1 year course, but there's a few more in on the newest course that's starting. So I think it's important that people see people doing jobs in order to want to do them themselves. Whatever opportunity comes your way, try to think about the good that could come from it, whether or not that's meeting people, experiencing new things, seeing a different side to something that you haven't experienced before, and then just do it really well, because you'll always gain something from that experience.